Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer! Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Gabe, Dayton Day.
And first of all, I just want to say thank you everyone who's been watching our channel very recently because of some movie reviews we've been doing. If you are new to the channel, or if you're not new to the channel, you haven't hit that subscribe button, please help us out by hitting that subscribe button. Analytics tell us that most of the people watching the videos have not hit it yet, so go ahead and hook us up, help us out, let us know you appreciate what we're doing. And Gabe, what are we going to check out today as far as your reaction goes?
Well, we're going to be checking out a new Tamil film just dropped earlier today called Kaadan, I believe it is, and official trailer out. We just recently did a Tamil film, wasn't Master? Yeah, Master's a Tamil film as well, right? And Tamil is one of the big Indian cinema groups, right? You got Bollywood, you got Tamil. I'm blanking right now.
Nick. The Malayalam film industry, you have Kannada right? Film industry, Telugu,
right.
Excuse me.
Telugu. So, they all have different styles of filmmaking. And what I will remember is especially Tamil films, they have a really good way of telling a story visually, right? They got some very, very, very visual, powerful images. We just talked about that with Master when we did a review for Master. Like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Which hasn't dropped yet, but it will very soon.
Hasn't dropped yet, but it will very soon. But anyway, Nick, let's jump into this thing. I mean, do you recognize any of the names?
I want to say Vishnu Vishal. I want to say I recognize that name, but I'm not exactly sure. Zoya and Shriya, I don't know. But it does have Rana Daggubati. And I think that he is the guy that was in Bahubali as the brother, the bad guy. I could be wrong. This might have been something. He was in another jungle-esque teaser that I did, but I don't think it was this one. We'll have to check that out after we react to it, or maybe it'll look familiar. But anyways, let's go ahead and check this out. Like you said, don't forget to like and subscribe, please. And in 3, 2, 1.
நம்மள விட அதுங்க ரொம்ப புத்திசாலிங்க. Very emotional, sentimental and so caring.
அப்ப எல்லா யானையும் தாத்தாவோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸா அப்பா?
ஆமாண்டா வீரா. நீ அதுங்கள ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் மாதிரி பாத்துப்பியா?
கண்டிப்பா பாத்துப்போம்ப்பா.
I want to say this is the same they did the teaser too. Yeah, I want to say it is.
இங்க பார், இது நோ டெவலப்மென்ட் ஜோன், ரிசர்வ்ட் ஃபாரஸ்ட். இங்க மனுஷங்க எல்லாம் வர கூடாது.
குறிஞ்சி நாதன் ஆகிய நான் வனத்துறை அமைச்சராக.
இது ஏன் காடு?
நாலுல இருந்து டவுன்ஷிப் சுத்தி 6 கிலோமீட்டருக்கு காம்பவுண்ட் வால் கட்டுறோம் சார். காட்டு யானை உள்ள வராம இருக்கிறதுக்காக.
6 கிலோமீட்டர்ல 60 கிலோமீட்டர் 4 கட்டு.
கடவுளே, எது நடக்க கூடாதுன்னு நினைச்சனோ அது நடந்துருச்சே.
இதுதான் அதுங்களோட வழித்தடம். பரம்பரையா இந்த வழியா தான் பல வருஷமா போயிட்டு வந்துட்டு இருக்குதுங்க.
நம்ம அப்பா தாத்தா காலத்துல அதுங்களுக்கு நமக்கு இருக்கிற உறவு கெடுக்கிற மாதிரி நிக்குதே அந்த சன்னியம் பிடிச்சி சவரு.
சவரு சும்மா கட்டல. இங்க ஒரு ரிஃபைனரி பிளான்ட் வர போகுது. இதனால 400-500 பேருக்கு வேலை கிடைக்கும்.
அந்த மினிஸ்டர் ஒரு காயா வெட்ட ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டான். அடுத்த 8 உனக்கு தான். பேசாம எங்கேயாச்சும் போய் மறைஞ்சுக்கோ.
இங்க இருக்கிற கடைசி யானையை காப்பாத்துற வரைக்கும் இந்த போராட்டம் ஓயாது.
நீ நினைக்கிற மாதிரி நான் துரோகிலாம் கிடையாது. என்ன மன்னிச்சிரு.
நீ துரோகிலாம் கிடையாது, அதை விட மோசமானவன்.
நல்லா வாழ்ந்துருவடா நீ. நாட்டை நாசம் பண்றது நீங்க.
Jeez. I'm telling you, some of the shots, man, captivating.
Oh, wow. Oh!
விஷயத்தை பத்தி ஒரு டீடைல்ட் இன்டர்வியூ தர முடியுமா?
யானைகளின் வீட்டிற்குள் புகுந்து மனிதர்கள் அட்டகாசம். You have guts to put a headline like this? That was a good headline.
எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் சண்டை. கிரேசி ஹியூமன்ஸ். டிஃபன் கூட சாப்பிட முடியல. ஃப்ரூட்டும் காணா.
Interesting.
You know, the interesting thing is I know I've already reacted to the teaser. That was like back in the summertime. I didn't recognize the name though. I wonder if they changed the name. That would be weird, right? But I want to say it was like Mir or something. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's the same film. It was about elephants. It was about a guy who looked just like that. It had Rana Daggubati in it.
Right.
But this film to me is a little risky and very interesting because how many films do we see in any type of industry, right, where it's about the jungle, and if it's not named Jungle Book, where it's about animals and this kind of stuff with this kind of, you know, storyline, I don't see it too often, right? You can probably count on your hand that wasn't Jungle Book, like I said, how many different movies have come out with that kind of theme. So it tells you that there's not a lot of, you know, demand for it, you would say, but it makes for an interesting story because you got this guy who's like, he looks like Jungle Man, right? Like he's Tarzan. Like he's just out there doing his thing. But then you got the girl who's like the ranger or the sniper or whatever. And you got different people who are protecting the jungle, which I think a lot of people would kind of laugh at. Like, don't waste your time. We're trying to build something here. We're trying to create jobs. And they're going against the establishment. They're going against the government. They're going against people who are trying to be industrial and trying to build on that land. It's a very interesting concept, but it's a little risky in my opinion.
Here's what I think the risk comes in with this film. First and foremost, whenever you're doing a film with animals, whether you put CGI in there or it's, you know, real animals, you just run a risk in general, right? If it's too CGI heavy, then people are going to be like, oh, that's not believable. You know what I mean? And if it's with real animals, then it's unpredictable, you know? Now some can be done well. As far as animals, I'm thinking Life of Pi, right? That was a great film, right? He's in the boat with that tiger or whatnot. But seldomly do you get a lot of films that have multiple animals, you know what I'm saying? And that's the main, you know, storyline there. So again, I think, like you mentioned, it's kind of risky. With that being said, I think that it's a conversation that can be had today because deforestation is a huge issue. Climate change is a huge issue. And, you know, industrialization, modernization is part of that, right? Whether it be fossil fuels or, you know, cutting down the rainforests and, you know what I'm saying? Deforestation. These are all issues that people are talking about today. So I think there's an audience for the film. Now, does that mean it's going to be commercially successful? I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm looking it up because I'm so interested in this. This has got to be the same film. And the one I was thinking of is called Hathi Mir Sathi. And again, it's the same director, it's the same actress. It's got to be, maybe it's not. It's got to be the same thing. It really does. I could be very, very wrong. But yeah, it's got to be the same actors. I don't know if they like changed the title. I don't see any articles about them changing the title, or if it's just like another like a synonym for that phrase. But I do see there's several films in the past history, like 3 or 4 previously, like 1970s, 1990s, that had the same title. I don't know if this is a remake of those or they wanted to change the title because I'm very interested. If anyone knows about this, let me know, or maybe I'm just crazy. But it does say on the IMDb page that it is the real life story of the conservation of elephants. So whenever you have that real life story, it adds a little bit to it, right?
Yeah.
I'm definitely intrigued. And the thing that I did find a little bit laughable, and it's not a big deal, but I focus on these small things, and it's an annoying thing about me when I watch movies, is they build that huge cement wall around the elephants, right? Unless you have like 1,000 guys and we're doing a blitz build, it's going to take some time before you build that and complete that, right?
Yeah.
And maybe it gets away from the jungle guy because he doesn't have technology to help him out. He's just walking and canvassing that way. But how did you control the elephants? And maybe that's where they showed like the chain link fence. Maybe they put those up first and then they build the wall. I don't know. I was just focused on something dumb like that, but it does look interesting. It looks really, really interesting. I got to say, I can't think of the word right now, but I would rather watch it based on the teaser than this trailer.
Right.
But it still looks like an interesting film.
No, definitely, and I'll give any film a chance. I think you're right. You know, there's like one scene that just stayed with me is the forest guy, right? Let's call him the wild man, whatever, the elephant man comes in and then uses his head like a battering ram, kind of like an elephant would. So you're kind of like, what, he's been around the animals so long, he fights like one, like, you know what I mean? Like, but there are some great shots in the film. You know, Tamila's films, like I said, are known for having some of these polarizing shots in their film. And for that enough, I think it's worth watching. For that enough, it's worth watching. But it doesn't matter what we think, guys. It matters what you guys think. If you think it's worth watching, if you want us to review this, go ahead, leave us a like, leave us a comment down below.
And until next time,
we know all things.